So let's talk about power first, and then I'm going to talk about empathy. And power is often a prickly word for many people. It's often misunderstood. And there's a great book called The Power Paradox by Dr. Descartes Keltner, and he studies social science, and he's spent 20 plus years studying this concept of power, like what even is that? And he defines power as one's capacity to create positive influence in the world. I'm rough translating. I'm not reading that, but he defines it in that way where it's our capacity to create positive change, to have this positive influence on those around us or on the world around us. So wouldn't an essential oil be considered quite powerful then, as it immediately shifts us when we breathe in an aroma, as it carries nature's elements into our consciousness, into our bloodstream? Like just as you breathe in an essential oil, it's going right into your bloodstream. It's a direct connection to your limbic system, your emotions, your memory. And it's an immediate shift. It grounds you right into your senses and right into the present moment, giving us that positive shift, that positive change. And we can have positive change just by simply smiling at the checkout clerk at the grocery store or bringing flowers to somebody we love when they're going through a hard time. This is our power. And power Powerlessness, oftentimes what we think of as power is actually a representation of powerlessness. So things like force, um, manipulation, coercion, dominance, authority, those are often examples of behaviors that are stemming from a sense of powerlessness. So we'll talk about that. Powerlessness can come from a variety of different places. So this is a true problem in our world, in our society, where some of us just don't have the same opportunities as others. And when we experience that sense of powerlessness, it has an actual physiological effect on our body. We feel sensitized to threat. When one feels powerless, we feel threatened. And when we feel threatened, it stimulates our fight or flight, and we have cortisol and stress hormones running through our bloodstream and through our system. Those stress hormones can stay in the bloodstream for up to 30 days after a stressful event. Now, what happens if you keep having one stressful event after another? We may have cortisol running through our body, through our bloodstream on a constant basis. It might become our normal, and that starts to damage the brain. It creates confusion. It makes it difficult to make good decisions and have good discernment for ourselves. And it affects our health, anxiety, depression, and so on. There's a long list of health conditions that often just are rooted in stress. So powerlessness, I mean, we can just think about that for a moment. Whenever we feel powerless, we are sensitized to threat. And this is where we can use, it's going to be really important to use some tools to self-soothe and start to break that cycle so that we can step back into and feel safe in our personal power. This is where we can begin to change the story, the narrative of our own lives. and break that cycle. And I'm going to pull 3 essential oils that I might be using. There's many, many others, but I might be using these oils to self-soothe if there are patterns of powerlessness looping through your nervous system and through your energy body.